everyone. We're going to wait a couple minutes to make sure that everyone is able to join us, but my name is Alyssa Sharp and I'm the National Director for Project Scientist, and I'm really excited to talk to you all tonight about Academy and answer some of your questions. So hopefully more people will be joining us, but if not, this is a great venue for publishing material and that you can share at a later date and watch later and always refer back to. So I'm just going to give it another minute and then we'll get started. Hope everyone is having a really good night tonight, and it was really warm here in Charlotte today, which was awesome, but I think we're supposed to get some colder weather here coming up this weekend. So yeah, just stay tuned for another minute. My husband is behind the camera giving me some baseball signs to tell me to be louder or to sit in a different position with the camera. So if you see me looking away from the camera, that's what's going on. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. So we really wanted to do this Facebook Live event because we hear from so many families, current families and prospective families, about their wonderings about Project Scientist Academy, and we really wanted this to be a one-stop shop for current families and prospective families to get all of their questions answered about Academy. I'll give you a little bit more in-depth information about some of our frequently asked questions, and you'll be able to watch this and get a really good sense about what a girl's experience is like at Project Scientist Academy in the summer. So if you're not live and you're watching this, feel free to either email us and we can answer your questions that don't get answered tonight. Our email address is info@projectscientist.org. Or if you are live, you can go ahead and type in a comment, and I'll allot some time at the end for questions if I don't get to them during this brief presentation. So hopefully I'll be really thorough and you'll be able to get everything answered. So I have my notes. We have a lot to get through, so if I look down, it's because we have a lot of things to talk about tonight. So we're gonna first start off by saying welcome to all of our current and prospective families. We're excited that you're interested in Project Scientist and that you have a daughter that has an aptitude or an interest in STEM. We definitely want to get to know her and we want her to be a part of our program. So hopefully this will inspire you to register as our space is filling up rather quickly in North Carolina and in California. So first, getting started, what is Academy? So our STEM Academy is a summer program for girls ages 4 to 12. So it is just a girls only environment, and it takes place on university campuses in both North Carolina and California. So our program consists of a community of like-minded girls that really enjoy exploring the sciences. They enjoy exceeding, they enjoy failing, they enjoy testing their limits, learning new things from each other, working as a team to accomplish challenges, experiments, lessons, and really get outside of their comfort zone. We do a lot of celebration, we do a lot of failing, and we teach girls that failure is the way to drive yourself forward. So we're not scared of failure on any level in our organization. Your girls at Academy will be surrounded by amazing and brilliant staff members, teachers, college fellows that are from a STEM major or an education major, professors at the universities that our Academy takes place at, professionals from the STEM fields, particularly women that we call STEM superstars. And your daughter will leave being inspired to continue with her curiosity and interest in these subjects and be motivated and confident to try new things during the school year, such as starting a robotics club at her school, or joining the Future Problem Solvers of America team, or going with her gut as to what she should do for a science fair experiment. So they will leave really confident to be able to tackle new things that come their way. So our Project Scientist Academy is either 6 or 7 weeks depending on your site, And students are fully immersed in STEM all day long. The curriculum, which is developed by project scientists and a partnership we have with the University of Southern California, which we'll talk about more a little bit later, is taught by highly skilled credentialed teachers. There is a teacher in every classroom. And most commonly, our teachers come back year after year because they love working with your girls. We have hands-on experiments and exciting expeditions, which we call our field trips, that happen during the week. And girls have daily interactions with female STEM superstars, as we call them. So they come from a variety of professional fields to inspire your girls. We take place on university campuses because it's really important for our girls to see themselves studying these subjects on a university, to see that they have a place at that university in a STEM major. And we have so many benefits from working on university campuses. We sometimes get private lab tours. We get to bump into famous astrophysicists and professors, and there's a lot of really great connections by being on a university campus. And some of our girls have never stepped foot at some of the campuses that may be 5 or so miles away from their house. So it's important for us for them to feel confident on those university campuses. So a question we get asked a lot is, what are the age of the girls that attend Project Scientist Academy, and are they all together all day long? How do you have a pre-K student and a 12-year-old in the same academy? Which is a great question. So like I mentioned before, we have girls ages 4 to 12 in our academy program, and we do divide them up during the day. So the girls will spend about 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the afternoon in their age level groups. So typically, depending on numbers, we divide them into groups that are pre-K and kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade, 3rd and 4th grade, and then 5th through 7th grade. And as we mentioned before, every grade level group has a skilled teacher and a college fellow in the classroom. So they are going to be doing age level appropriate activities. So you may see on a certain day that the girls are all studying the same thing, but not doing the same sort of experiment. And we intentionally do that because we want to make sure that the girls are doing activities that are developmentally appropriate for where they are, and also based on what they've learned that year during school. So we spend a lot of time making sure that our curriculum is appropriate for all the girls that step foot on our academy. We do spend some time fully together as a one unit, and that takes place during STEM Superstar time in the mornings, lunch and recess, and then we have PE, art, and Makerspace in the afternoon, which we do divide the girls up, but we mix them a little bit more so they're kind of out of their comfort zone, getting to know lots of different girls during academy. So we have some questions about what our themes are for the summer, and a great way to learn more about our themes is to visit our website, and on the programs tab you'll see that there are separate ones for each of the cities that we're located. And I'm just going to go ahead and read you the themes for this summer, and they change every summer, and just a little sentence long description about them. So we have Deep Sea Divers Week, and the girls will dive into oceanography, nautical engineering, and aquatic ecosystem health of animals, habitats, and ocean geology. Next up, we have Mythbusters, and girls will be manipulating the physics and chemistry behind everyday occurrences and phenomena the Mythbusters way. So if you've seen the popular TV show, and even if you haven't, the girls are going to be busting myths about some common misperceptions in the world. Then we have Sports Medicine Week, and we're going to learn how the body works during sports, how to prevent, recognize, and treat a range of sports-related injuries. Next, we have Designing Your World. From civil engineering to urban planning, girls will execute STEAM challenges to design and create future structures, bridges, roads, and more with a sustainable focus. We're really excited for this week. It's going to be a lot about urban planning. They're going to be working on a week-long project that they will then present on Friday. And this week is actually in Charlotte going to be presented by Crescent Communities. So we're really excited about that partnership. They're a big developer here in Charlotte and across the country. So they have a lot of great area expertise, and we're excited about that partnership for that week in Charlotte. Next up, we have Space Explorers. So they're going to be exploring Earth's systems, sun, moon, and solar system, and beyond, including several means of transportation to and on other planets and moons. And lastly, we have our Coding and Makerspace Week, and we every summer have a Coding and Makerspace Week. It's probably one of our most popular themes. While we tweak the content material, it's all about computer science. So this year, we're going to be practicing coding through a variety of platforms, including wearable technology, makey games, and robotics. So sure to be a great week for that one. So we have some questions about what your child will learn in a week. So I wanted to provide a little bit more clarity on our curriculum. So all the lessons for the week are based on the theme that we have for the week. So like I mentioned before, while we all may be exploring space, a girl that's in the older group, the 5th through 7th grade group, may not be doing the same exact lesson as a girl that's in the 1st and 2nd grade group. We have a partnership with project scientists and the University of Southern California to develop our curriculum, which does change every year. And it's one of our proudest assets that we are able to develop amazing curriculum that's based on interests that our girls have. So we get together every year to think and to ask our students what they're really interested in about studying. We also prioritize making it a quality program for female STEM learners. So you may not be aware, but we are actually a partner of the PBS program called SciGirls, and they have done extensive research, thanks to a grant from the National Science Foundation, about how girls need to engage with STEM. And so that is called their SciGirl 7, and that is really the backbone of all of our programming, especially during the summer. So if you're curious about SciGirl 7, you can just do a quick Google search. It's just PBS SciGirl 7, and it's actually a great tool for parents to be aware of, and we share it during our parent orientation. So make sure that you check that out, and it's great for teachers and educators all across the country to just be aware of these principles for engaging girls in STEM. So for locations, we are proud to offer 4 different academy sites this summer. In North Carolina, we have a site here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We have some weeks at UNCC Center City Building and select weeks at Johnson & Wales University. It'll be our first year at Johnson & Wales University. We're really excited about that partnership. In California, we're focused in Southern California for now, and we have a brand new location in Irvine at Concordia University, and this location is particularly special because we have a relationship with UCI. So Wednesdays will actually take place at UCI's campus. We'll go on our expedition, and then we will go back towards the campus to do some lab tours, and we're really excited about that. We have our partnership with CalTech in Pasadena. This will be our 3rd summer at CalTech, and it's always an amazing place to be for 6 full weeks. And then last year we launched 1-week pilot program at USC in Los Angeles, and this year we're really excited to have 6 full weeks there. So it's 6 full weeks at each site in California, and we have a 7th week in Charlotte, North Carolina. We've actually offered our Coding and Makerspace Week twice. It is going to be the same content material, so unless your daughter is really excited about doing it over again, we recommend choosing one or the other weeks. But we really wanted to make sure that all the girls had the opportunity to attend that week, because last year we wound up selling out pretty quickly. So excited to offer that twice this summer. In terms of hours, we have a couple different scenarios depending on California and North Carolina. In California, which I will start, we have drop-off between 8:30 and 9 at our university site, and then we have pickup between 5 and 5:30. So it's a full-day program, and this was really important when our founder, Sandy Marshall, was creating Project Scientist, because she was a working mom, and she had a hard time finding quality programs that her girls could attend in the summer all day long. So it is full day, and I know some of you might be curious as to if the girls last all day long, and trust me, they do. They have a blast every single minute of the day, and they leave getting in the car extremely tired by the end of the day, both mentally and physically. In North Carolina, we've actually added a half an hour to our mornings, so drop-off will be between 8 and 8:30, and pickup will be between 5 and 5:30. So we've added an extra half an hour in our North Carolina site. So we're trying that out this summer, first time, to see how it goes. In terms of camp staff and ratios, Camp staff is comprised, so each site has a set of camp staff members. So we have a site director and an assistant site director who are there all day long, making sure that all those site logistics are running smoothly. They'll have the most contact with the parents. They're highly visible and able to communicate with you during the day. If you have comments or questions or need to pick your child up early, they're your go-to. And then each classroom has a credentialed STEM teacher, so we have 4 per site, and then we have 6 college fellows per site, and these girls come from universities across the country really that are interested in inspiring that next generation of females in STEM. So that's our site staff. We do keep a 1 to 10 ratio of adults over the age of 18 for students. So that's really important to us to keep those small ratios. And all of our staff members are CPR certified and trained on Project Scientist best practices. So we have a training that takes place in the spring every year to get our teachers up to speed on everything they need to know about Academy for this summer. And we have great confidence in our teachers. You'll see me around a lot, and you'll see our founder, Sandy Marshall, around a lot. And we try to be very active on social media so it feels like you're a part of the day. So you'll see Facebook Lives, you'll see Twitter posts, and lots of communication at home to let you know about what the girls are doing during the day. So let's talk about STEM Superstar, because maybe you are one, which would be great. But we start every morning with a STEM Superstar. So we invite a woman who is excelling in her STEM field or career to come and speak to our girls. She shares her STEM story, tells us a little bit about what she was interested in when she was the camper's age, and talks about strategies and ways to succeed in her role, and gives our girls a really clear picture about what exactly she does. So those take place typically in person, but we do have some in Skype sessions, and it's always an amazing experience for our girls. Our STEM Superstars come very prepared with activities. Last summer, I think one of the most memorable ones for Charlotte was when we had a scientist come and speak to our girls, and they all made DNA necklace, and that was particularly memorable to me when she had all 80 girls collectively spit into their beaker at one time. And yeah, it was very memorable. So you can imagine all the different activities that they get to do during STEM Superstar time. So moving on to our expedition program. So our popular expedition program, and you've probably been a part of it during the school year. So we do expeditions all school year long, but we also do expeditions during the summer. So our expedition brings home the relevance of STEM to our girls, and we get to see a VIP look into what a woman's life is like in these careers and fields at her workplace. So we've gone from hospitals to courtrooms and talked to patent attorneys. We've been to engineering facilities, nuclear facilities. We've been to airport terminals. The sky is the limit when it comes to expeditions. So, and they're really all-day activities that we spend with these women. Usually it involves a panel of diverse women that get to share their story, usually some sort of activity that's related to the product or the service that that company provides. And it just really gives the girls confidence to pursuing these interests that they have and what kind of careers could become available for them. So in California, we have our expedition program in Pasadena and Irvine on Wednesdays, and USC is on Thursdays, and Charlotte will be on Tuesdays. So you will see a lot of movement on social media of all the different places that we attend during the summer. So never a dull moment if you're following along with us. In terms of parent involvement, we have a parent orientation that is optional for families, and it's required and mandatory for our scholarship families to attend. So we have a parent orientation one night in the spring before Academy, and we'll be sharing those dates as soon as we have them ready for you, where we invite the families to the specific site where the Academy will take place. And you get to meet the teachers, the site staff. You'll meet myself, Sandy Marshall, and our team, and we will go in depth on what to expect, questions about why girls in STEM, what's the importance of of supporting our girls in these endeavors and really get more site logistics. So be on the lookout for those dates. Additionally, every Friday we have a parent celebration. So this is when our girls get to be the teachers. So we invite all of our families to attend for about an hour on Friday afternoons. And for our Charlotte families, you may remember that last summer we had it during the lunchtime hour. We have pushed it back, so all of our celebrations will take place at 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. at our university sites. So really excited about that. We open it up science fair style. So the girls will put on display their favorite experiments or lessons or things that they learned throughout the week, and they'll be the teachers and they'll walk all of our parents through, and we invite all the parents to go to every single classroom to see what the girls have been learning and exploring that week. And then we conclude with a little program where we usually have a slideshow and a video to show you all the great things that they were doing all week. And then our favorite part are our declarations. So we invite our girls up on stage, and we really believe in the power of declarations because it's one thing to have a goal and it's another thing to have a goal and to say that out loud, and you hold yourself more accountable when you declare your goals. So we want our girls declaring their goals, what they will be when they grow up, what they did learn, what they are more confident in. And it's always amazing to me to hear, you know, our students as young as 4 and 10-year-old declaring, you know, that they want to be a chemical engineer or they want to be a marine biologist because they now know more about these different professions that they didn't, or the skills required of these professions that they didn't. So our parents are very involved in our program, and we love that about it. For a typical day of Project Scientist, on our website, on the program page, is a great snapshot of minute by minute what your child is going to be doing. So I'm not going to go through that now, but I do encourage you, if you have questions about how every hour or 15-minute segment is spent during the day, the typical schedule is online. I'm happy to talk to you all more individually about that if you have any questions. Something new this year that we're offering in the afternoon is our Enrichment Labs. And you may remember that we always do art and do PE, but this year we're adding a third element called Makerspace. And the maker movement is really taking over America and giving kids the opportunity to be innovative and problem solvers. And while we do a lot of making during our traditional hands-on STEM time, we really felt it was important to give our girls opportunities to innovate in its own separate time. So you'll see challenges that the girls will work on for extended periods of time, and you'll see that they're working on them and they're testing, and then they're recreating, and they're working on teams, and then they're testing again. So challenges related to that theme that are really kind of driving innovation forward and pushing the girls to think of new ideas. Maybe it's developing a reusable cast that's made of recyclable materials. You never know. So we're really excited to add that into our curriculum this year, and I know that the girls are going to love it as well. So I'm going to take a quick minute to just scroll through some of the comments that I see people have left here before I launch into talking about scholarship and financial aid. If you're not interested in scholarship and financial aid and you want to just hear the last few remaining questions that people may have, you'll be able to log off after this. So let me just take one quick peek. So I hear that people love Sci Girls, which is amazing because we love Sci Girls as well. We have someone asking why Project Scientist has expeditions, particularly on Wednesdays. So we want the girls, we have our expeditions typically in the middle of the week because we want our girls having some, we want them to have some curiosity and to have some content knowledge of what we are learning for the week before they go into these companies, so that they're able to ask really great questions. And we do talk to the girls about where we're going during the week, and so the teachers will really encourage them during our reflection time to think of potential questions, think of potential products that they want to pitch the women on, and that's why it's really important for us to have those during the middle of the week versus on the first day or even the last day. So someone is asking, Can you remind me what the pickup and drop-off locations are? Perfect, yes. So the pickup and drop-off locations for Project Scientist, particularly in Charlotte, when we are at the UNC location, we have a partnership with First Ward Elementary School, which is just diagonal to UNC-Charlotte Center City building. So it's a great carpool line. So between 8 and 8:30, you'll be able to be welcomed by the Project Scientist staff. The STEM fellows will be out with their color groups, and the site-specific leadership team will open the doors for the girls, welcome them to Project Scientist every single morning. Then they'll meet their respective STEM fellow, get their lanyard, and mingle with the rest of the girls. And we do have short drop-off and pickup times, so they're not going to be waiting out there for a very long time. And we do have inclement weather policies. I had a comment last year that I had a rainy day policy in California, and all the California teachers just kind of laughed at me and said, "It doesn't rain here," which was true. And it did rain only one day on us last year in Charlotte, so we were really fortunate in terms of weather. And then at Johnson & Wales University, we're going to use one of their secluded parking lots to have a really secure drop-off and pickup location. And then we actually have campus security that'll be with us and walking us to our location, which is the main academic building. So we're really excited about that and have a really good plan for Project Scientist drop-off and pickup at that location too. And then in California, it's going to be at those university sites, so we'll send you more information about the specific site logistics for pickup and drop-off, but procedures are the same. In terms of how pickup works, all the parents get a pink placard that's for Project Scientist that they will put their child's name on. When you register, you have an approved list of people that are able to pick up. If there's someone that is not on that list that you would like us to add, that's definitely something we can talk about in a later date. So you'll come around with your pink slip to let us know that you're there to pick up your child, and we will we'll put her safely in your car, and you can head on your way. So I see lots of hearts flying across the screen, which is a really good sign. So excited about that. So now I'm going to talk a little bit more about scholarship and financial aid, which is a big topic for a lot of people. So I wanted to provide a lot of clarity on, some of the qualifications and the requirements. So right now, the scholarship application is available. It is available until March 10th. So we're entering into February, so you have about 30 or so days to complete your application. And once that deadline is passed, we will not accept any other applications. So if you are interested, I would definitely recommend to get it done sooner rather than later. And we have prioritized scholarship funding to be designated to the following groups. Girls have to prove merit through both the scholarship application and the program application. So in both of those, there'll be a statement of, why is your daughter interested in science? Tell us a little bit more. Let us get to know her a little bit more. There's also a portion for your daughter to write a response. And we get this question a lot, my daughter is 5, she can't write complete sentences. That's okay. We want you to ask her, and we want her words in the area to type. And that's okay if you type them for her and add punctuation and grammar. But we really want to know in her words, why does she like STEM? Why does she like science? And then in the scholarship application, we have a place where you can put your teacher's email address and information, and it'll actually send them a teacher recommendation form that we use to prove the merit. So lots of great questions on there as well. Girls who qualify for free and reduced lunch or prove financial need through the scholarship application. So there's a spot on the scholarship application for you to write a statement of need, and for you to also tell us a little bit more about your financial background. Girls that were scholarship recipients in 2016 that have been recommended again by their STEM teachers at Project Scientist from the last year to this year will receive priority. And just a clarification point that while the price is reduced, all scholarship families will be required to pay a small fee between $5 and $25 prior to camp, and that is per week, and that is a sliding scale based on income level. So there is a small fee associated with scholarship. So as I mentioned, the scholarship application opened in January and it closes in March 10th. So make sure you get those in. We do have a late date for letting you know when scholarships will be awarded, and that date is May 5th. We do try to tell people on a rolling basis. Our funding for scholarships is provided by corporate and family foundations. So as soon as we know about our scholarship funding, then we are able to communicate that with families. So I appreciate people checking in, and just know that we're working on it behind the scenes, and that we will reach out to you if scholarship is an option. Some of the requirements of being a scholarship girl is you have to attend for Academy for the complete 6 or 7 weeks. You have to be able to attend 3 of our through the school year expedition programs, and those typically happen on days schools close, such as teacher work days or holidays, provided that there's not a snow day in Charlotte. But we do usually have about 5 of those a year. We have 3 coming up on President's Day, which is February 20th in California, and then another Los Angeles one on March 31st, and then we also have our reschedule of the January 24th date. That's an expedition in Charlotte to Microsoft and Brown and Caldwell, which has been rescheduled to March 31st. So we have some great ones coming up in the spring, so we're really excited about those. Again, on the programs tab of our website, you can see more about our expedition program. Now, let's say you have all your decisions made, I've answered all of your questions, and you are ready to apply, which is great. So we have an online application, and you get to it through our application portal. So again, through the website, about halfway down on each of the program page, there's a big blue button that says register now. You'll click on that. If you are a new family, what you'll need to do is click in the bottom right corner where it says sign up. You'll have to sign up for an account and create a username and password, and that's going to be your gateway into our application portal. From there, you'll have to go through a series of tabs working your way from left to right. You'll enter in household information, household members. Those include your daughter, your husband, your wife, your grandparents, neighbor that may pick up your child. And then from there, you'll actually go to our program application and be able to submit for 2017. Our 4th tab is for scholarships. So if you are applying for a scholarship, you'll hit submit twice. You'll hit it first on the you'll hit it first on the program application tab, and then you'll hit it a second time when you complete the scholarship application. So if you have any questions, sometimes it says in progress. In progress is an indication that you have not yet submitted. Once you have submitted your application, it will read submitted on both the program application and the scholarship application. So if it reads in progress, that means you have not submitted. You need to go back through and make sure all of your fields have been entered. If you have any questions or want to confirm that things have been received, you can always reach out to us via email, info@projectscientist.org. It is a great place to reach some of our staff members that can help you and assist you with that. And no email is too little important, so we are happy to communicate with you to make sure that everything is in place. If you're a returning family, you'll have to remember your username and password from the previous year, which can be tough, I know. If you need a password reset, there's a link to the I forgot my password, and it'll send you a reset link. If you're having issues with that, you can go ahead and email us at info@projectscientist.org, and we'll be able to submit a password reset link for you. And then from there, all the information from last summer will save. You'll just go back to the Program Applications tab, create a new application for Project Scientist Academy 2017, and submit. If you're a returning family, you get auto accepted, so you won't have to wait. New families, it's about a 2-week notification period from when you submit to when you're notified of acceptance, and then everyone has a 2-week window to make a final payment. And we have this brief window because our camps are in popular demand, so we want to make sure that everyone who is interested in attending is able to attend. If there's any sort of special situations about that, you can just email us and let us know. In terms of discounts, we get asked this question a lot. We have a couple. We have a sibling discount. So it's a 10% discount on the second, third, fourth, fifth, or extended siblings, and that's automatically applied. And then we also have a university discount. So for employees that work at their specific university sites, they can email info@Project Scientist for a specific university code. And that's it. I'm going to take one more peek and see if we had any other questions. This is a good time, last minute, to say your questions. If you have any comments that you want us to read, or if you're just kind of paying attention and have questions later, that's okay too. You can, as I mentioned several times, email us, or you can call us. You can reach us at 704-313-9118, and a Project Scientist staff member will be back to speak with you within 48 hours. Just to give y'all a little update about where we are in terms of registration, we've received about 300 applications for our Academy sites this summer, which is great, and we're still accepting. We do anticipate selling out by early spring, about early April. So if you're interested in Project Scientist Academy, I would definitely recommend to get your application in now. And don't miss out on this amazing STEM-filled program specifically for girls. And if you have sons, please reach out to us. We have some recommendations as to where you could also send them to get a great STEM-filled summer as well. So just looking here, someone just said that Project Scientist is phenomenal, and I think it is too. So thanks so much for your support and for tuning in tonight. I am Alyssa. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. And we sincerely hope to see all of your girls at Project Scientist Academy at one city or another. And if you're watching and you're not in any of our cities where we have an academy, stay tuned. Hopefully we'll be near you soon. So we have some great plans for the future and hope to keep growing to inspire more girls to get involved in STEM. So thanks so much, and I hope y'all have a great night.